In another development now, members of the Joint Action Front JAF, civil society groups and other pro-labor groups were Wednesday stopped by men of the Nigeria police force during a peaceful protest against the increase in petrol and electricity tariff. The protesters would defy the early morning rain called on the federal government to reverse the increment in the best interest of Nigerians. The march, an alliance between JAF and other pro-labor groups, took off around 10 a.m. at Nigeria Labour House, Yaba. They sensitized people at Yaba Market before marching to Ojuelegba and neighboring communities. The leadership of JAF noted the protest becomes necessary due to the untold hardship the increment have inflicted on the masses. JAF therefore called on Nigerians to rise against what it described as tyranny.
The government has to go back to 87 naira pump price of fuel. Because the issue is this: if they talk about subsidy, why is subsidy a necessity? Why have they not built the refineries so that they will no longer subsidize? Why have they not done around maintenance on our refineries? So each time government fails in its responsibility and duty to the people, then the next thing is to impose the burden of their failure on the people of Nigeria. And this has to stop. Now the government is giving another funny excuse. They have said with the increase in the pump price of fuel to 162 naira, they have said that subsidy has been removed. But just yesterday or so, government officials were telling us that the ideal price is 183 naira. Meaning that even at the 162 naira, it is still not enough, that they are ready to inflict more punishment on the people of this country.
General strike must be declared by the two trade union center. Mass protest must be declared by the two trade union center. Because it's the working people, the workers in particular, and the poor masses that this policy are directed against.
Former National President of the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, Malaki Ogwumadu, urged Nigerians to rise up and demand accountability, justice and fairness from government.
The Nigerian people have decided today across the country to sensitize their fellow Nigerians and to mobilize for the struggle ahead. That struggle ahead is to resist the lies and the falsehood that have been characterized by the antics of this government. And it is that there is no subsidy. What we have been doing is subsidizing the ineptitude of the government.
Let the government put all the refineries right. Let us do all our refining here in Nigeria before anybody will come and start telling us about this, what is it they call it? They said they subsidize. They are subsidizing government's ineptitude. They are subsidizing tricks. They are subsidizing their own self-interest. This government has crossed the line. They have turned Nigerians to slaves in their country. And we cannot stay out and allow this to continue for the sake of the generations coming.
However, at Lawrence Road, the protesters encountered officers from the Area C Police Command who disrupted the protest and ordered many of them into a van. They were taken to the Area C Police Command where they were addressed by a senior police officer and subsequently released. The protesters, however, remained resolute. Their demand is the unconditional reversal in the hike in petrol price and electricity tariffs.